Mankind has come a long way from its early days of cave painting and fruit gathering. Our world has become a very interconnected and globalized place, and yet we still argue on the internet most of the time. Although all this would not have been possible for some of the most amazing man-made wonders like buildings, cities, roads, and many more things. But building these man-made wonders is no easy task like using Tinker Toys. It requires a lot of money, time, and labor. Today we're gonna take a look at the 10 most expensive constructions ever made. Number 10. The Channel Tunnel. Next time that I need to go to France from England, I'm not gonna take a flight. Or if I ever go to either of those. I'll just head on over to the Channel Tunnel though. Channel Tunnel is a rail tunnel running beneath the English Channel and connecting England and France. The 31-mile-long tunnel allows to complete the journey in just around 35 minutes. If you don't want to move through the tunnel in trains moving at speeds at around 100 miles per hour, you can actually bring your own car, which will then be loaded onto special rail cars. Not only that, the Channel Tunnel also allows for both passenger and freight traffic. This 10th most expensive construction project in the world, which costs around $22.4 billion, was opened to the public on the 6th of May in the year of 1994 and is now operated by the Anglo-French company Eurotunnel. Number 9. The Big Dig. Boston City is infamous for its traffic congestion. Hence, the construction of a tunnel through the heart of the city was started in 1991. The 2.4-kilometer tunnel was the most expensive project in the US at that time, and came to be known by names like the Boston Central Artery and the Big Dig Tunnel. The tunnel itself was estimated to complete by 2001, but plagued by construction delays, flawed designs, poor execution, and very low-quality materials, the project was finally opened to the public in the year 2008, with a cost of around $23 billion. But the tunnel also had to witness more problems. In the year 2000, a very large chunk of the tunnel's ceiling, weighing about 24,000 kilos, succumbed to gravity and fell onto a car below. It's very tragic, and it was found that the ceilings were glued by epoxy, an adhesive material which later comes out from the surface. This minor adhesive issue led to a lawsuit in which the epoxy makers had to pay $16 million in damages. The tunnel was then reopened 1 year after the tragedy, with far sturdier stuff in it. Number 8. Kansai International Airport. Empty areas are very hard to find in Japan. So, when the town of Kobe started to develop economically, the government decided to build an airport not on land, not on stone, but on water. Yes, you heard that right. Japan decided to build a floating airport. Cool as that sounds, it's also pretty impractical. The idea itself was simple though. Boxes made of concrete and rock would be placed under the sea and rocks. Sands and concrete would then be poured into the boxes to make a kind of island on which the airport would be. And the idea was transformed into reality. But then it was soon realized that the island was slowly sinking to the clayey seabed. Now, you might think this is the part where people cut their losses and build an actual airport on actual land, but no, they just stacked more rock, sand, and concrete in order to save the island. And then the terminal itself was built. Under the terminal were 900 columns of cement. The general idea was that whenever the island would start sinking, giant steel shafts would then be placed under some columns to raise the island. Of course, this turned out to be extremely costly. The airport itself was opened in 1994 with a total cost of $29 billion. According to data, the island is still sinking at the rate of 6 inches per year and the airport is under huge debt. Number 7. The California High-Speed Rail. This construction project is still under construction. As the name suggests, it is a US-based high-speed rail project. When it is complete in the year 2029, passengers would be able to travel a distance of 380 miles from Los Angeles to San Francisco at speeds of around 220 miles per hour in only just about 2 hours and 40 minutes. All the electric trains operating on the high-speed rail network are expected to have at least 450 seats with space for wheelchairs. The projected cost of the project has justifiably attracted a fair amount of controversy over the years. In 2008, when the project was proposed, the cost was estimated at $40 billion and was expected to finish in 2028. And then in the year 2012, the estimated cost shot up to $68.4 billion. And then again, 6 years later, the estimated cost of the project went north up to around $100 billion. Up until now, though, a sum of around $33 billion has already been spent on the project, making it the 7th most expensive construction project in the world. Number 6. Songdo International Business District. This is a public-private owned urban development project which started in 2003 and is expected to complete in the year 2025. Built on a land size of 5.77 square kilometers, this international smart city is expected to have a population of around 61,500. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention that this project is based in the city of Songdo in South Korea. But this is not just going to be a normal smart city, oh no. The developers of this project aim to make Songdo International Business District the center of the global business hub of Northeast Asia. Kinda like North Korea is a global dictatorship hub of Northeast Asia. But, well, business-related. With incredible office facilities like the Postcode Tower, Boyong Songdo Tower, Cent Road, and IBS Building, and amazing sites like the Central Park, Songdo Convencia, hotels, and Jack Nicklaus Golf Club Korea, we can only get a glimpse of the tremendous potential of the $40 billion approved business district. Number 5. Dubailand. Like the previous two ones, this one is also not fully completed. However, it has a Disney-like name to it. But when it is complete, your kids are gonna absolutely love it as well. Dubailand is an entertainment complex which is being built over an area of 278 square kilometers at an estimated cost of around a whopping $64.3 billion. Remember how I kind of compared it to Disneyland? Well, Dubailand will be twice the size of the famous Walt Disney World Resort, which is currently the largest entertainment complex in the entire world. However, no theme park in Dubailand will be able to beat the Disney's Animal Kingdom theme park in the Walt Disney World Resort in terms of size. So, Disney's Animal Kingdom will continue to remain the largest theme park in the world. But according to a recent update, $55 billion has already been spent on the development of Dubailand since its inception in the year 2003. Its completion had earlier been delayed due to the global financial crisis of 2008. Dubailand will have 6 zones. These zones are Attractions and Experience World, Sports and Outdoor World, Eco-Tourism World, Themed Leisure and Vacation World, Retail and Entertainment World, and Downtown. Pretty catchy names, I suppose, but hey, 6 worlds in Dubailand. That's pretty catchy if you ask me. Number 4. King Abdullah Economic City. This city is called Cake. No, I'm actually not joking. King Abdullah Economic City is a pretty lengthy name to say in conversations, so Cake is a little better. And yes, I know it's spelled as K-A-E-C, but I'm still gonna call it Cake. Cake is one of the 4 new cities which are proposed to be built to accommodate the increasing number of people in Saudi Arabia and address the issue of congestion. The proposal for the construction of this city was made by the late King Abdullah bin Abdul Aziz Al Saud of Saudi Arabia in the year 2005 and has a planned area of about 70 square miles, which means that it will be slightly bigger than Washington, D.C. when completed. This ambitious project is expected to cost around $100 billion, which is mostly privately funded. Cake is expected to provide living space for a population of around 2 million, and Cake also has links to the 2 holiest cities of Saudi Arabia, Mecca and Medina, by train. One interesting fact is that the Haramain railway station of the economic city is designed by Norman Foster, the man who built the famous donut-shaped Apple headquarters. Number 3. Kashagan Field. Although this is not the most expensive construction project in the world, it is the most expensive energy project ever. Discovered in the very beginning of the 21st century, Kashagan Field is an offshore oil field in Kazakhstan's zone of the Caspian Sea, and is considered to be the largest discovery of the world over the last 30 years. Also, at the time of its discovery, it was the 2nd largest oil field in the world, with an estimated 13 billion barrels of recoverable crude oil in store. Kashagan Field is not expected to run out of crude oil until as late as 2040. In a CNN Money estimate, the cost of the development of this oil field project was ascertained at around $116 billion. Why is that though? Well, the Caspian Sea remains frozen for a larger part of the year, which makes oil extraction extremely difficult. This, combined with the harsh climate of the region and political turmoil, has resulted in the staggering cost of developing the project. Number 2. The International Space Station. You know this had to be on the list. It is the only construction project on this list which is not located in any particular country. Heck, it ain't even located on Earth itself. As the name suggests, it has gone beyond the outermost layer of the Earth's atmosphere into the realms of outer space. The International Space Station has been orbiting our planet at the rate of 15.5 orbits per day since its launch in the year of 1998. Weighing in at almost 500,000 kilograms, this largest man-made object in space required funding of around $150 billion worth of cash. But this funding was not made by any single country. No, a total of 14 nations chipped in: United States, Spain, Russia, Canada, France, Japan, Belgium, Italy, Denmark, Germany, the Netherlands, Norway, Switzerland, and Sweden. Each one contributed to the $150 billion budget and made the International Space Station possible. The purpose of the ISS is to facilitate research in various areas like physics, astrobiology, astronomy, and meteorology. All the components of the ISS were built on Earth and then carried into space by Russian rockets on the Space Shuttle. The ISS is so large that it's even visible to the naked eye from Earth. You ever seen any shining object moving across the sky on a clear, cloudless night? Well, that object just might be the ISS. Number 1. The Interstate Highway System. When U.S. Army General Dwight D. Eisenhower served in Germany during the Second World War, he was very impressed by a high-speed network of roads there. These roads were called, and pardon my German, Reichsautobahn. Later in his life, when he became the president of the U.S., he wanted a similar network of roads in his country. So in 1956, he approved the bill for the construction of the Interstate Highway System, which would go on to become the most expensive construction project ever. The 41,000-mile network of highways connect all the states of America and has also revolutionized transportation in the country. According to Dwight himself, the highways would, quote-unquote, eliminate unsafe roads, inefficient routes, traffic jams, and all the other things that got in the way of speedy, safe transcontinental travel. Yet I still get in traffic jams all the flippin' time. One incredible feature of the highways is that none of them have any crossroads, traffic lights, or stoplights, just pure, uninterrupted speed. You might be wondering how it's possible that a network of highways connecting the states of America actually have no crossroads. Well, this is because all the intersecting highways cross each other either from up or down. Oh, and this is again the most expensive construction project ever. It cost $459 billion. That's it for today's video. Let us know as to which one amazed you the most. With that said, I'll see you all in the next video. Later, everybody.